Oh, I like Christmas. I like presents. I love that anticipation of opening the presents. You have no idea what they are, and that's what I'm feeling right now. You see, beside this beautiful brand new E53, there's an open space here, and I'm getting a new car today. The catch is I have no idea what it is. You see, for the next few weeks, I'm trying out a brand new all-inclusive automotive subscription program called Portfolio by OpenRoad. And if you know how to use a smartphone, that's how easy it is to order a new car or flip into a new car. So what you do is you select what type of vehicle you want. There are different types of activities, let's say golfing, shopping, you need to carry people around. And for the first one, I picked sport. I don't have anyone to drive around this weekend, and the weather's nice, so I want something a little bit more sporty. So all I know is that it's gonna be sporty, and it's one of 9 brands that they carry. That includes BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Infiniti, and Genesis. There it is, coming around the corner. It's blue, it's a convertible, it's a Porsche. Oh man, Christmas really has come early, wrapped in Miami blue, the Porsche 718 Boxster. I'm gonna enjoy this for the next week or so, or whenever I want to do the next flip. Let's quickly go over the car we have this week. This is the 2019 Porsche Boxster. So it's a 2-seater, ragtop convertible, awesome, rear-wheel drive only, so this might not be the ideal car if you want to drive it in the wintertime, but no big deal, you can flip into another one. It is powered with a thrifty 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's a Boxster engine, horizontally opposed, and that's a turbo engine. It puts out 300 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. We're stopped at a light here right now, and it even has auto start-stop technology, so the engine has stopped, and it's going to save fuel that way. But anyways, it's very, very exciting to drive. It has a 7-speed PDK automatic transmission. I would like to see this in a manual, but in the whole business model, I get it. They have to sell these cars after they mile out, so manual cars are hard to sell, and not everyone drives manual, so that would limit the people in the pool. So yeah, totally get that. But anyways, the 718 Boxster is a great, great drive. This mid-engine provides just an amazing balance feel, and it's very, very nimble. It just feels like you have so much confidence and road feel, definitely. So how does the Portfolio subscription work, by the way? Well, we mentioned there is the app, of course, and that's how you flip into other vehicles. But if you're interested in the Portfolio, all you do is you have to submit your driver's abstract, because you can't be a total reckless driver. But other than that, you make a monthly payment, and then you can start flipping into cars. So what does it include? It includes everything except gas. Insurance, that's all included as well. Only thing you pay is that payment. And depending on your plan, you can flip into a different brand new car up to 6 times per month. So just think of this. So I'm driving this 2-seater right now, and we've had a great time with it. Had the girls in it, they loved it, except you can only go one at a time. But next week, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more daddy duties, so I'll need more than 2 seats. So I'll get into something bigger. You can seriously just flip into another car just because this one's dirty if you wanted to, and you want a nice clean car. If you don't want to flip too often, you don't have to either. They do not pressure you to get into any other new cars. It's entirely up to you. So there is so much flexibility over this program. Well, we've had the Boxster for about 10 days, and I loved it. The girls loved it. This thing is hot. It gets a lot of looks. The only problem is it only holds one other passenger, and the girls would actually fight who gets to go in. So this week, I'm gonna get something a little bit bigger, a little bit more full size. Plus, I went into the weather, and it looks like rain's gonna be coming for the rest of this week, so I think something with a hard top will be better. So flipping is as easy as using the app and choosing what type of vehicle that you want, choosing what time, what day, and that's it. It's scheduled. And the one thing I really do like is they text you beforehand, about 25 minutes, saying they'll be here very shortly, and you don't have to wait around for them. That's a really nice thing. I really don't want to give up this blue beauty, but this isn't a bad trade. The new GLS 550 from Mercedes. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
So we are in this week's flip, which is, I mentioned, the Mercedes GLS 550. What's powering this is a twin turbo V8 engine. It puts out 449 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. A lot of numbers. What does that mean? It's effortless. It's matched to a 9-speed automatic transmission, so the shifts are super smooth. And what's nice is if you need something to tow with, let's say you have a boat, you're flipping into this because you need to move something, or maybe you're going camping, you have a travel trailer. This has a trailer hitch and it can tow up to 3,500 kilograms or 7,700 pounds, which should take care of most anyone's towing needs. So what other cars are in the portfolio? Well, it varies. You can go online, you can see what they have in their fleet, but what they do is every time when you get a flip, you can rate it. Now, if you have certain vehicles that don't get very good ratings, let's say they're not really popular, it could be a convertible and it's wintertime and no one's booking it, well, they're gonna take that out of the fleet and they're gonna replace it with something that's more popular. Also, when new models come out, they'll automatically retire the old ones and put the new one in. This is a 2019, 7 passengers, tons of room for the family, and we've all enjoyed driving it, even Cynthia. So for the next flip, I still want to stick with the SUV theme, but I don't need 7 passengers this time. So let's see what we're gonna get. I have scheduled a flip with a very short window as well. It's been a really busy day, and I did not have time to even fill this up with fuel. But that's a nice thing, is the concierge team does everything. They detail the vehicles, they fuel them up, and in my case where I didn't have time to fuel it up, they'll fuel it up and they'll just charge your credit card for what it costs. There's no extra fees. So I don't know what it's gonna be. Once again, it's like Christmas. Well, there it is. It is a Range Rover Velar. This is exciting. I've really wanted to try one of these out. So we're in the Range Rover Velar. This is one of my favorite premium SUVs. It's got the looks to go with it. This one happens to be the P380. That means it's got a 3-liter supercharged V6 engine, putting out 380 horsepower. And of course, it's all-wheel drive. It's got lots of room for everyone, but check out the interior of this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. You got this dual screen setup, this massive screen on the bottom with these 2 knobs that double up. You can use these for not just temperature control, but for seat heat, for drive selection, and on the top you have all your other information. This is a really sweet ride. So let's use this Velar as an example of what type of vehicle you're gonna get, and what I mean by that is that what level of equipment. These vehicles are nowhere near base model vehicles. Like I mentioned, this is the P380, but this has a lot of options. It even has massaging seats. Then if you go into the other lineups of the vehicles, there is pretty well everything you can think of, but lots of new things like we mentioned. I just looked today and they've added a few more. For those who are performance oriented, or maybe you're not, but you want to try something out, check this out. They have an M2 from BMW, an M4. They also have the hot new Roadster, the Z4. From Audi, they have the RS5. Yeah, not the S5, the RS5, the super performance model. Now, if you want a lot of performance, but you still want it in the package of an SUV, how about the Mercedes AMG GLC 63S? That SUV puts out over 500 horsepower. All of these are available in the portfolio, and that's pretty incredible. So today is my last flip for a while because the week after that I'm going to be gone for about the next month. So it doesn't make sense for me to have another flip, which is the beauty of Portfolio. It's very, very flexible. So what did I choose this time? Well, I wanted to go with something sporty and fun, but this time I wanted to include the family. So what do we have here? Pulling up is the AMG C43 Cabriolet. So fun with the top down with room for 4. So now we are in the C-Class Cabriolet, but not just any C-Class cab. This is the AMG C43. What does that mean? Well, it means a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 putting out 385 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque, matched to a multi-clutch transmission. You have paddle shifters here. You have a dynamic mode where we can apply that and say go into Sport or Sport Plus. You have adaptive suspension. This thing really screams, yet it can still carry 4 people, which is perfect for the family. The kids love riding in a convertible. Now, one great thing about this program is if you like convertibles, like me, unfortunately, convertibles are not year-round vehicles, especially in these parts of Canada where winters can be a little bit cold and you don't really want to drive a convertible. So, why pay for something that's just going to sit in your driveway when you could actually flip it into something more useful instead? I really have to hand it to the concierge team at Portfolio. They've really made things easy. When you get into any of the cars, you have a quick start guide. It runs you through everything about that particular vehicle, even how to pair a phone, how to use the infotainment system, because all these cars are different, and that really saves a lot of time, and it really makes the experience a lot more enjoyable and a lot less frustrating on a new car. Another feature they've added is if you travel often out of Vancouver, if you park at Gateway Valet, you pull up your Portfolio car, you hand them the keys, and when you come back, you don't have to pay. You have to pay later on, but it's automatically billed to your Portfolio account and you get 15% off. Over the past month, I've had nothing but an extremely positive experience with Portfolio by OpenRoad, and that's coming from someone that drives brand new cars every single week. Starting from the app, it's so easy to use to schedule your flip, choose your vehicle. Then you get the concierge team that basically take care of everything for you. They deliver the car on time, they text you when they're coming, the car's filled up, it is immaculate, they're all in perfect condition, and they're constantly being updated, so there's always something that you'll want to drive in the entire fleet. So, is Portfolio right for you? Well, who knows? It's not for everyone, and it's not available everywhere. Portfolio gives you the ultimate in flexibility with 1, 3, and 6 month subscriptions. Prices start at $24.99 per month, and even though that might be a little bit steep for some, let me put some numbers together. Let's take an Audi Q8 for example, which is currently in the fleet. If you were to lease this one with no money down for 24 months, your payment would run you about $1,800 to $1,900 per month. Add on another $300 or so for insurance per month, and a couple $100 for car detailing, and you're pretty well there. Plus, you're locked into the same vehicle for 24 months. If you're making these payments already, it's a no-brainer to have the ability to change vehicles to whatever one fits your lifestyle at the moment and whenever you want. I think this is just the beginning of car subscriptions, and it's something I think that we'll be seeing more and more of. Thanks for watching, and safe travels wherever that might be. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.